Test, Test. Fokus. Okay, und vor. Nochmal auf deine Position. Ganz zurück. Turn around. Warte kurz. Ready? Okay. Und vor. Und vor. Und Fokus. Vor. Und Wallspin. Und vor. Und Fokus. Oh, sorry, das war knapp. Tut mir leid. Warte. Backwards. Hier durch. Und vor. Und noch einmal von Anfang an. Auf deine Position. Weiter rum. Obwohl wir starten von außen. Warte, weiter. Tunnel. Darfst runter. Warte kurz. Fokus. Und vor. Nee. Auf deine Position. Und darfst runter. Turn around. Attention. Warte. Da durch. Und vor. Und Fokus vor. Und vor. Und yes, Tunnel. Und weiter. Und vor. Und Wallspin. Und komm hier wieder durch. Und Fokus. Und yes, sehr schön. Komm. Hi. Warte. Hierher. Okay. Stay. Ninja. Da geht's nicht hin. Push. Hey. Hallo, hörst du mich? Da ist der Sound. Fokus und Push. Yes. Komm, hier. Stay. Fokus und vor. Turn around, Fokus. Komm. Warte. Hier, Seitenwechsel, stay. Und rüber. Warte. Do wait for me, please. Da. Mensch, ich brauch dich näher. We can't zoom. Amazing, okay. Don't need you closer. So this is better than... Does Ninja know a bark command? Do you understand me? Because I just had no sound in the last stream. Yeah, Ninja can bark on command. Wait, we can create. I just don't have really tweets with me right now, but I think if we do a stick, it should work. Hey, Ninja. Komm zu mir, warte, Sätzchen. Und speak. Sehr schön. Und leise. Leise speak. Noch leiser und speak. Und speak. Noch leiser und speak. Noch leiser und speak. Psst. Und leise und speak. Nee, leise und speak. Sehr schön. Und noch ein bisschen leiser. Sehr schön. Okay, Attacke. Oh. Und Wallspin. Nee, hinter dir, die Wand. Ninja, die Wand, Wallspin. Ja. Backwards. Okay, und Wallspin und stay. Und speak. Und catch. Du darfst. Da. Komm mal her. Da. Fokus. Let's go, hier, komm. Geh da durch die Fokus, komm. Nimmst du mit? Okay, nimm. Los. Tunnel. Genau, da durch. Nee. Tunnel. Ja, sehr schön. Hey Ninja, nicht so weit nach vorne. Komm wieder her. Boah. Bleib mal hier, Fluff. Warte da. Und rüber. Wallspin. Wallspin, Wallspin, Wallspin. Okay, warte. Halt, Tunnel. Nee, Tunnel. Backwards. Nee. Du hast was gefunden, das riecht richtig geil. Hör? Weiter. Ninja, komm her. Da, und Tunnel. Genau. Und vor. Weiter. Turn around. Tunnel. Nee, backwards. Und Tunnel. Genau, und dadurch. Nein. Und Ninja, Tunnel. Genau. Sehr schön. Okay. Vor. Und weiter geht's. Wow. Oh. Oh, it's quick. Stay. So, there's a street. He's supposed to stay there. I hope he stays. He stays. I don't want him to cross, actually. I want him to stay on the left side. Just because crossing would be more dangerous. Ninja, weiter, links, balancieren und vor. So here's a different command for going over the street, which is pretty much rüber. Warte, Ninja, rüber, vor. Yes. Hey, grüß dich, Max. Ja, Ninja hat ein Souvenir. Sag mal, kannst du mich verstehen? Vom Sound her. Eben hatte ich Probleme und eben habe ich ein paar Mal gefragt und noch niemand hat mir geantwortet. Komm her. Ah, traumhaft. Geht's dir gut? Ninja, und rüber vor. Ninja, komm, weiter geht's. Fokus. Na, los, nimm, ist okay. Du hast Zeit. Okay, sehr schön. Chill. Turn around. Hier, Fokus. Plakate beklebt, das klingt eigentlich ganz chillig im Herzen. Das habe ich mal eine Zeit lang in Australien gemacht. For a time I was in Australia also doing all kind of work, and back then I did like, how do you say, put signs onto walls, which was quite a relaxing work, to be fair. But I couldn't do it for like years probably. Ein Inch, ready? Warte. Okay, und komm. Yeah, no, still have to figure this out. You are correctly. He dropped the stick. And Max, is English fine for you too? Or how is the English? Because earlier the problem with the stream is I'm trying to figure out some multi-streaming options at the moment. Wow. And yeah, quite new into the... Hey Ninja, come. Oh, fucking hell. yeah, so I'm trying out some streaming options at the moment. Also, I have like a gimbal attached to the phone, because whenever I move whenever I stream, it's not really stabilized, or like the inbuilt stabilization from the iPhone doesn't work anymore, and that, yeah, is a big problem. Mensch, come. And also with this gimbal and the microphone, everything just didn't work. Ninja, come. So when I connect the microphone to the phone on the gimbal, it's just so big that the gimbal itself is in its way. And yeah, then again, different things didn't work out. And when I used the multi-stream tool, I just didn't get any people watching. And when I go live directly on YouTube, like now, I have instantly people watching. So did you get a notification earlier when I was coming online? Like 2 or 3 times? Because yeah, I just really don't know what's the problem. Streaming is more difficult than it may seem. I mean, it's probably super easy from home, but it's super difficult from being on the way. Hey, Ninja, come. I think there was a very sexy dog lady walking along. Otherwise, you wouldn't be that interested. So, das ist the tricky part. Schnupperstelle. Voll. Ja, kann auch ziemlich intens werden. Also er ist ein super nice trainierter Hund. But when it comes to dog ladies, it's his weakness. I mean, for who isn't it, huh? So many bicycles. Stay, hey, come, focus. So it's a busy road, so I want him to be focused, because there are a lot of bicycles coming from both sides. Okay, come. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. So yeah, our goal is Parkour. We are walking the whole way home. Maybe I'm twisting the camera. Yeah. So dog walk from Berlin to Parkour. My goal with this channel anyways is to build up streams on different platforms, because it feels like more authentic content, and I have everything. I can upload everything later anyways, but you can be live doing the channel sessions and ask questions, because I'm not really good in answering comments and stuff. I think like a live stream option where you can ask everything that I teach the Ninja, and maybe even helping him, teaching him, would be amazing. And then I want to take you to our journeys around, hey, come, focus, around different countries, different places. Hey, chill. Dog confrontation. So 2 more dogs, because they're both leashed and we're on the street. Obviously, he's not allowed to go there. Yes, there are a lot of new smells in each city, and what I was always philosophizing about is, does every city has its own profile of smells? So if you're in Berlin, does Berlin smell differently to Paris or to London? I think in generally yes, and also probably big cities smell different than smaller cities, just because, imagine, like big cities probably smell like, I don't know, like piss. They all have it in common, right? If you go to Berlin, Paris, London, doesn't matter. If you go into the corners, it has a very specific smell, while the countryside is probably like just more clean and clear. Probably it's harder for dogs to distinguish different countrysides than cities, because cities have more intense smells, but who do we know? I can't talk anymore. But an interesting fact is, did you know that dog noses have up to, I think, 200 times the amount of cells to smell than we humans have, and they can smell up to 100,000 to 1,000,000 times better than we humans, which I think is amazing. It's ridiculous. Makes me wonder so much, like, how do they perceive the world, right? How does it look for them? But back to the dog. Ninja, zurück, focus. Come here. Let's do an all-time classic. That is true, and also, to be fair, I have a very bad nose, so I'm not really good with smells anyways, but I have some friends who are really intense when it comes to smelling, and probably, like, it seems like you maybe too, you probably have like better opportunity to say how a city smells in general. But stay, so the challenge is focus, und vor, hoch, backwards. Attention, Focus. Und vor. Ja, ich kann das probieren, aber früher oder später werde ich wahrscheinlich mehr nur noch im Englischen antworten. Fokus und vor und hoch. Einfach weil die Challenge das schon ist, dass ich halt im Englischen bleibe, beziehungsweise my main goal is to reach people in English, but I will answer some questions in German in between. I hope the English people don't mind. Attention und vor und vor. Yes, Fokus und wieder zurück auf deine Position. So the mission is right now to let him do the same jumps again we just did, and I want to let him jump on my back. Okay, Focus und vor, ne, backwards. Okay, und vor, backwards, backwards, backwards. Focus und vor und yes, Focus und vor. Yes, easy peasy. Okay, let's do it again, but we go a little bit further away this time. Okay, und dann, nee, weiter auf deine Position. Weiter. Stay. And the challenge is also we need to find some water on the way. Backwards. Okay, und vor. Und Fokus und... Oh! I was nearly off-road. Okay, und Fokus, yes. Was? Noch einmal. Back into the Pikachu Classic. Oh! Ein Inch, Fokus. Okay. I found a challenge I want to do with you guys. Oh. And I will show you. Wait. For this, I just need you to be patient. Be patient, please. Okay. Oh shit. Wow. Okay. I'm putting you down here. So. Okay. Okay, four. Pikachu, stay. So he did go for it, he was aiming for it, but when he was aiming for it, it just seems like it's a bit too high, a little bit too much impact, and he doesn't really have a lot of grip, so we will cancel it here and hope for the blow for the new cancel. Okay, go. We have to stay on the opposite side of the street, so we will change the street and then see if there's maybe a place where we can do it with less impact and less risk. Okay, und vor da. Yes, yeah. Warte. Also there's a big company, many of them have one. Nee, zurück. Komm. Hier, Fokus. We have to switch streets. It's a bigger street. Let's check it out if it's safe or if we have to. Okay. Yeah, I will try with the better mic option the next time. That's just today. I tried the mic at the beginning, but it didn't really work, unfortunately. Los, Ninja, nimm das Spielzeug. But yeah, working on the options. The live streams will get better over time, I promise. I also will use different cameras than my iPhone, and I'm also organizing a second iPhone just so I can live using the iPhone to live stream, while I actually can show you how I record most of the content. Nee, linke Seite, Sätzchen. So it's tricky because there's the bicycle way, there's the street, he just has this little place to stay. Ninja, warte. So you saw when I say Ninja, he's actually coming or being ready. But yeah. It's backwards. Oh, and Pikachu, yes, stay. Oh. Just too much going on, and with the live stream I cannot really focus on both sides. So I think it's the safest option to just carry him. It's a very busy street here in Berlin. But we made it. Da, 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 da. So this is the other side, but it seems like not possible for the wall spin, unfortunately, because it's too far away from the walls. I will show you in a second. So the idea was to let him jump from there against the wall down. But yeah, as I said before, not going to happen today. But I have some challenges on the way that we are definitely going to do. But first let's check out if Jens has some water for the guy. Da, da, da. If you're wondering why he's still up there, he totally doesn't have to be up there anymore. I just really like it. Come for. No water here, so we have to go for the next dance. But back to the doggo. Oh. Hey Ninja, focus. But we found it. Da, trink. The Spider-Man game with the backpack cat. What the fuck? What are you talking about? What's that? I think I missed something very important here. Yeah, the sniffing will be a big part of the stream, to be fair. But I mean, I can tune into myself at this time. As always, if you have any questions about dog training and stuff, just let me know. Happy to share. Oh, the Berlin Wall is actually pretty close, to be fair. I mean, it's all over the city, right? Because it was quite big. Ninja, hey, come for. Okay, we found something that sniffs nice. But the Berlin Wall will be from here probably like around in air distance, like a kilometer. And yeah, we're actually pretty central, close to. It's really hard with the city to say where the city center in Berlin is, because there's just like so much city everywhere. A lot of people would probably say Alexanderplatz, but that's not necessarily true, because Berlin people don't go there a lot. Hey, nee, ey, stopp, komm, Fokus und weiter. Links. So yeah, like you find many places in Berlin where you can go to the Berlin Wall. We have two main places, I think. One is here in Mitte Wedding at how's the street called? Where the M10 goes, Eberswalder Straße, and the other one is between Warschauer Straße and Ostkreuz, and that's also, I think, the more more touristic one, but both places are actually a bit touristic, but also mixed with a lot of locals, to be fair. It's not like Alexanderplatz or maybe other super touristic places, in my opinion. Da, 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 da. Yeah, he's sniffing again. What to do? I think there was a female dog walking along here that he really is into, that he really likes. And I tried to give him some time because it's important to him. But I stop it when I have the feeling he's not addressable anymore. Because maybe sounds a bit strict. But when we are out on the street, I never want him to lose completely the focus and go into something that he cannot be aware of his surroundings anymore. I mean, I just give you a view how many bicycle riders are there all the time, and if he goes all dumb, then sometimes he just doesn't do the smartest thing. Now he's pooping. No, I thought he's pooping to Mark. Maybe he is. Maybe he's waiting for it. But I had enough, to be fair. Sehr schön, komm. Ninja, nimm dein Toy. Ey, ich lass. Nimm mit. Komm. Stay. Okay, und vor. Tunnel. Nee. Tunnel. Yes, Tunnel. 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 Sehr schön. Rechts. Fokus. Die Bank. Nee. Und Tunnel. Ja, okay, klar. Hier, turn around. Stay. I could take the subway, but I'm a bit afraid to lose you guys if I'm going to the subway. Nimm das. Okay, und vor. Super tricky. So many bicycles. You wanna take the subway? But no, many more kilometers to go. Fokus rechts. Oh, vor. Vor. Benji, rechts, Fokus. Und. Komm, zurück. Hier. Weiter, 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 weiter. Darüber. Fokus. Und vor. Yes. Und weiter hierher. Und vor. Und Wallspin. Yes. Genau. Und weiter zurück. Und Fokus. Und vor. Und Wallspin. Und Fokus. Und zick. Vor. Und Fokus. Weiter. Und vor. Und Fokus. Und links. Und vor. Und Fokus. Und rechts. Und vor. Yes. Und weiter links. Fokus. Und rechts. Vor. Yes. Und weiter links. Und rechts. Nee. Ah, okay, Busch. Das schaffst du trotzdem. Nee, andere Seite. Zurück, backwards. Genau, hier lang. Okay, vor. Vor. Und vor. Und vor. That sounds a bit tricky. Komm her. Langsam. So we have to switch sides. Stay. Ninja, nimm dein Spielzeug, komm ein bisschen weiter nach vorne. Komm, nimm. Warte da. Okay, vor. Oh, I have no idea what an English retriever is, to be fair. But I think something very similar to golden retriever, Dachtaler retriever. Or is there a huge difference? Ninja, komm, nimm Spielzeug. Und komm vor. Nee, hier zu mir. So yeah, I think a retriever is in general kind of a cool cool category of breed. I mean, of course, it's quite important to educate yourself about. I think probably something like ball addiction in general, addiction to retrieving things. If you play with frisbee and ball, what happens quite often. I think it's probably also one of the most common mistakes and problems you can have. Dog. Ninja, hey, vor. Oh, sorry, come for. But also it seems if you go right in and if you educate yourself and make the games a bit more complex and challenging, that you will have an amazing dog that really want to work with you and has probably a strong will to please. But again, that's all just my expectations because I hear retriever. English cream golden retriever. Funny, what is English? Why cream? I mean, probably just because of the color. I don't know how it's painted or what is the cream in the name. Do you know anything about it? That's what I need a second phone for on my side so I can Google stuff and actually talk educated and not just like guessing. Ninja! Zurück. So if you saw, there was just a car coming out, which can happen in Berlin all the time. And Ninja is educated to kind of avoid those cars by themselves. There's also a really nice dog confrontation. The lady took her dog closer to herself, and Ninja saw that and was kind of avoiding that as well. Like, which is really fun. But I should go back to Ninja and actually show you the action. Hey Ninja, come! Just walking around. But yeah, if you get like an English cream or golden retriever, okay, so it is a golden retriever actually. Yeah, I think it's an amazing breed. Just like make sure that you really get your dog everything the dog will need, because I think golden retriever also has to fight with this kind of, hey, turn around, with this kind of, how do you say, people think golden retriever are like family dogs, but what is a family dog, you know? I think even if like the dog is a showline and not bred for working anymore, like it's really important to read about the instinctive behavior and to treat them more as a working dog than what we call a family dog today. Because again, a family dog is just existing, while a working dog has a purpose. And the purpose is the most important part and the easiest guideline to educate a dog. If your dog has a job, a purpose, however you want to call it, it's easy to find challenges for your dog. As a family dog, you know, again, dogs just existing. Ninja, come, like for me. You know, like Ninja is a parkour dog, so his work is parkour, and I easily can commit to find as many challenges as possible for him. Like, let's say we build a little line over here, drop it, focus und vor. Und vor, Tunnel und vor. Oh, you see, like because of the parkour, it's easy for me to find challenges, and because of the challenges, it's easy to educate him and to make him smarter and to learn about his communication, and he learns about my communication. Focus und Tunnel und vor und vor und vor. Ja, okay, Tunnel und vor und komm durch, yes. Und weiter rüber. Nee. Und herum. Um die Säule herum. Nee, herum. Genau, Fokus. Und vor. Und vor. Yeah. Oh! Vor. Yes. Okay, nimm dein Spielzeug. Yes. Good job, Fluff. See what I mean? It's like, I mean, it was maybe not the best example, but yeah, again, if you get a dog, if you have a dog, the dog hasn't a purpose, look for a purpose. And as soon as you have a purpose, or let's call it a job for your dog, you will see how fast the behavior of your dog will get better to what you wish it would be. Because honestly, if I would have like a dog without a certain purpose, without a job, I wouldn't know what I would teach them. I would probably stop after, sit and lay down and chill. But you know, there's so much more. I think those things should be actually taught as soon as possible. Even if you have an older dog, like, and there are some things you still want to teach, like, just do it, and your dog will always be thankful. I don't think it's too much asked. I mean, yeah, if like, your dog never had this, could be maybe tricky at the beginning, but it's not about succeeding in teaching a certain trick. It's just about communicating more with your dog, and each communication will make your overall communication better. And also, if you communicate better with your dog will trust you more. Hey! But I don't think we need the toy for now, and I don't want him to carry it around the whole time. So what we're going to do is we are putting the phone down and put the toy away. He already dropped it. I'm still like pretty bad with all the technology. Oh. Ninja, nimm dein Spielzeug. Warte. Ich war noch nicht ready. Okay, und aufmachen. Ninja, push. Nee. Und schieb rein. Und push. Und genau, rein da. Nee. Ja, und rein. Aufmachen. So he understands the ankle didn't really work, but I don't want to make it too easy for him. Ninja, ey! Und Tunnel. Da rein. Genau. Nee, Tunnel. Und halt. 6. Tada! Let's continue. It's crazy. As soon as I put the phone down and do a challenge, people just join instantly viewing when I'm walking. Not so much. I mean, quite understandable, right? Just like the setting itself. Ninja, come for. Yeah, probably going to do more like live sessions. It's just really hard to do live sessions on a certain place because it's not really what we do at the moment. But I think we will do more when I get the second dog. Second dog will come in like around a year. Will be a border collie again, of course. Yeah, I'm addicted now. And then I will do lots of live streams, of course, as well, sharing all the training process and how we do it. My goal would be that the next dog is getting as well educated as Ninja is, and the Ninja will have a huge impact in the education. It's important to me that, but like the puppy can probably learn so much better from Ninja than he will ever be from me. But yeah, will be a rough life for sure. My goal is when we get the puppy, we will spend a couple of weeks in Berlin, but most of the time we will just be traveling around. Because I think that's the best level of socialization you can have, and I think that's why Ninja is so smart and I can trust him so much. I want to travel around for a couple of months and then come back and have the puppy ready to be off leash like 60-70% of the time before puberty hits, just to destroy the puberty, to destroy the whole process. But I think especially latest then I also want the puppy to have a lot of socialization time, which is probably easier with like a fixed network of dogs. Like when you're traveling, it's really hard to meet up with a lot of good educated dogs, right? I mean, that's not necessarily true anymore because we have the social media cheat and we can just use Instagram to connect pretty much around most places. And a lot of our followers, luckily, are pretty good in teaching, educating the dogs. Let's go back to Ninja. Ooh, oh, there it is. Ooh, wait. It's really hard to center. I think that's better. Really happy that YouTube let me zoom in, because Twitch doesn't really let me do this. But I think there's so much advantage if you can see what's going on in the front, especially with dog confrontations. There was another really cool dog confrontation, but yeah, I couldn't film it because I was talking to you. Retracted. Or message retracted. Easy to train. You mean the golden retriever or Ninja? Oh, okay. There was another question I want to answer first from Jade. How do you feel about big versus small crate sizes, or smaller for smaller dogs? Is more space actually better? Oh. Oh wait. So let's talk. Hey Ninja, come. Let's talk about grades. To be fair, I wouldn't use a crate at all. Because think about it, if you use a crate, you're always limiting your dog, but in an easy way. You don't really work with your dog to improve the behavior. You're just kind of locking them away. And yeah, I get this, that it can give you a feeling of security, but I don't, believe that it's actually quite good for your dog. I think it does more harm than it does actually good. Because if you don't have a crate at home and you don't want your dog to do a certain behavior, you really have to think about the behavior and how to get it better, right? Ninja, come. I show you one of my home sports from back then, and a little ninja challenge that we always did. I haven't been here for ages. I will go back to the crate topic in a second. And there was also a question, a bit easy to train. But hey, Ninja. So the golden retriever, I think oh no, they put away a huge part of the spot. What? Unfortunately, here were a lot of walls. Okay, I cannot show you this. Focus. Dann just hoch. Und vor. Backwards. Come. Attention. Focus. Und hoch. Ninja. It's a home spot. Attention. Focus. Und vor. Yes. Und runter. Nee, turn around. Und komm. Und slide. Yes. Vor. Balancieren. Okay, komm noch einmal. Und vor. Nee, genau. Außenrum. Außenrum. Und weiter. Okay, und vor. Yes. Und Fokus und weiter. Yes. So yeah, I think golden retriever, like every breed, can be easy to train if you're educated, if you know what you're doing. I saw very well trained golden retrievers, but unfortunately golden retriever has to fight with a certain stereotype. Think about, if you think about a golden retriever, what are you thinking about? Do you think about a super well trained dog? Or do you think more about a playful little being that loves everyone? I think for most people... Hey, Ninja, zurück! It's the second case. There's a dog encounter. I'm going to show you how I'm handle this or not. Just saying, I'm not always super confident in every dog encounter. Oh, no, there's no dog encounter. I thought there's a shadow, there was a shadow, and I thought it's a leash. But yeah, so... if you can delete this stereotype of a golden retriever in your head, that's like just a playful joy being, and it address the actual instincts and needs of that being, then I think, probably it's easy to train as well. If you treat them more as a working dog. But then I'm wondering in general, like golden retriever are for a long time now bred for family purposes. So in my opinion, there's not really a clear direction what you breed the dog into. Like there's not really if you have a working breed and you need to do a job, you know exactly what you breed the dog for. If you have a family dog, what does it mean, right? It changes with each family and each breeder. But yeah, that are just my thoughts about it. So I think if you have like a family, a show line, it will probably be more difficult than a working line. Based on how I live my life, I'm saying this. Because like it can also be tricky if you have a working line and you cannot fulfill the needs. And yeah, then maybe you get like a completely understimulated dog with a lot of problems, but hard to say from here, right? And I don't really have experience with the breed. It's just my 2 cents in general, what I think about dogs. And yeah, I'm going to share you. We are at Eberswalder, one of the most busiest places. Close to the wall, there's green light. Okay, I mean, Ninja is going along this street since he is like a couple of, hey Ninja, month old, unleashed, so I trust him. Come. But I wouldn't do this if your dog isn't like educated with it. This is probably like the end level of unleashed walking in the city that you can have, in my opinion. I'm always impressed when I see other dogs doing that. But yeah, no, that's not really true. Like the end level of unleashed walking is probably New York or London. I've never been in New York with him yet, but London seems like super difficult. Yeah. Schönhauser Allee. Hey Ninja, it's a dog encounter. The guy's on his phone, so I think the dog is able to handle situations. So I'm not really taking a lot. Yeah, the dog was really clear in the communication, so I didn't have to do anything. Ninja respected it. I have to be more careful when dogs are not as confident. Then he takes advantage. Not with male dogs, but especially female dogs. I'd say he's just a very horny being. Very horny being. You're welcome. I mean, if you want to, just like, read about the 2 different versions of the breed, or maybe there are even more lines, like a border collie, for example, has a sport line, a herding line, family line, show line, and a mixed line between certain things, which I didn't know. Ninja! So if you see like a border collie doing agility and being completely like, overdriven, that's probably like more a sport line than a herding line. And my next border collie will be a herding line as well, because I think that fits most and it's easiest for me to handle. Ninja, hey, komm, und vor. So yeah, what I want to say is go educate yourself a little bit about the 2 lines, and then you will probably have more questions, and the next time I'm streaming, come back, ask me the questions, and I give you my opinion on it. Because again, like, my experiences are limited to border collies and what I have read about. I think I have a very good hand for dogs, but it's also like, always limited to experience. But at the end, it's like also, we have those genetic differences in dogs, but I think what most people often forget, like, dogs are just also living beings, and not like, what I want to say is, hey, come, when we think about comfort, dog education, we often like have this certain idea of what a dog life should be, and I think this idea is very outdated, but many people act on it even if they agree it's outdated. Let me give me an example. Dogs, they are always like have just access to a limited amount of food. Most people like give their dogs the same amount of food at the same time of the day, and for some dogs that may work. For many dogs it will probably lead to too little nutrition, because let's say between winter and summer, you just have a greater energy output or a change in energy output. Maybe if you're lucky, it's like stays the same, because maybe you are less active in winter, but you produce more hair, like more fur. But yeah, I think it's very likely that on different days there will be a different energy output of the dog. And so I prefer to give the dog free access to food if the dog can handle it. Not every dog can handle it, of course. But yeah. So, like, this is an all traditional way to feed dogs, and I think it's time to, you know, like, just see the dog as a being who most likely will be able to control how much they eat. Maybe your dog will overeat themselves the first time, but not the second or third time, because the dog doesn't want to have stomach aches as well, right? But again, there are genetic problems with some dogs. Some dogs really have this, how do you say, gene mutation that they cannot really stop, or have like a bigger hunger. But yeah, not all of them. Okay, back to Ninja. He's very active. Attention, focus. On 4. Backwards. Attention, focus. On 4. Yes, stay. Come on, Tunnel. By the way, we are going on a bicycle trip to Sweden this Sunday, which I'm very excited about. Also a bit nervous because, yeah, it's quite extreme, the weather conditions, and I have no bicycle experience at all. But most of the time I'm getting a bit nervous because it's challenging for me as a human already, but I think it's even more challenging having the little guy with me and just always think about his safety too. But yeah, then also it's just amazing to do those things with him. Okay. Da, 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 da. So going down. Nice. Did you see how he respected this line as well? Like, he didn't step onto this, how do you say, driveway? But there he ignores it again. But yeah. You know, walking your dog off leash all the time, I can see how many people are like concerned that it could be dangerous for the dog, and I think fairly it is dangerous to a certain degree, but it's being out for us humans is dangerous too. And I think it's about minimizing the risk as much as possible, and then trust. You need to trust your dog, or you need to trust in your dog's abilities. I know it's super difficult, but that's the only way the off-leash walk works, which I think is the most stressless kind of relation to your dog. Also, it took me a very long time to feel confident enough to stream while having Ninja unleashed, because I mean, if I'm doing the stream, I just can't focus all the time on everything. And yeah, the bicycle. Yeah, Ninja has really good vision, to be fair. It took me also years to realize that I was wondering why he's not looking to the left and right when crossing the street, because I think he understood the reason for looking left and right. It's just safer. It's something natural that happens. And then I realized he is looking left and right, but just because his eyes are positioned differently, he doesn't have to turn his head really, right? And then when I realized that, it also made so much sense for me that if he just turns his head a little bit, he sees me out of his, how do you say, ankle of the eyes already. And he is more aware of where I am than actually think. Also, what's really good to see is his audio, how do you say, his ears, just how he can hear everything and where the focus is. Now his ears, when I'm talking, will be backwards to me, so he's always hearing what I'm saying. And if there's a dog in front of him or something else, or I'm stopped talking, we'll probably direct his ears more to the front. And I'm not sure if you knew this. I think I don't tell Hennage here. There's a dog confrontation. I think dogs can see at night as good as during the day. So the dogs are leashed. We're coming from behind, so it's my turn to make sure he's not annoying them. But it's also a bit tricky because they take in a lot of space. So I'm just like, yeah, we will see how the situation ends. And right now he's busy smelling. Komm. Warte. Zurück. Linke Seite. Told him to come to my left side. He's going slower because he wants to go to the dogs, but he's not allowed, so I have to reduce my speed too to block him. Oh, he liked them too, or one of the two, but most likely it's. I have some cool cameras. I hope I'm able to connect them to YouTube stream and Twitch stream and everything, because it's a POV from Ninja. Then you will see everything from his perspective, which I think would be the coolest way to do streams. Ninja, come. So he's interested, but he ignored the other dog, but he will still sniff. Super busy road again. Who doesn't care? Focus, come. Also, being in a city is more like a classic round for us than going into a park. In a park always is interesting for him too, but I think you find interesting things wherever you go. It's more about what you make out of it. Weiter geht's. Okay. Ja, das ist nicht so schlau, weil der Hund soll sich auf die Straße konzentrieren. Kommst du, Fluff, Fluff? Ooh, subway. I like to get the subway. Da, 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 da. But no. So bicycle way, really close, but he stopped. It's okay. Come here. Okay, jump. Fokus. Links, auf die Bank. Nee, auf die Mauer und vor. Turn around. Fokus. Komm. Und vor. Und herum. Herum. Komm. Und durch. Und vor. Yes. Einich. Super. Turn around. Sorry. Fokus. Und links und vor. Yes. Und links und vor. Stay. Zurück. Links, außen rum. Herum. Yes. Yes. Tunnel. Nee. Genau, dadurch. Yes. Sehr schön. Links balancieren. Nee, ey. Zurück. Zurück. Turn around. Balancieren. Sehr schön. Balancieren. Und balancieren. Na gut. Und weiter. Links auf dem Ball. Genau, drauf. Vor. Nee. Nicht cheaten. Sehr schön. Turn around. Und vor. Balancieren. Sehr gut. Ah, es ist grün. Okay. Yes, good job. Warte. Chill. I would like him to press the button, but then he will bark and people will get scared. So we will skip that. Hey. Ist okay. Hab dich lieb, Kleiner. Komm, und weiter. Vor. Ninja, turn around. Fokus. Links. Herum. Nee. Und außen rum. Turn around. Komm. Weiter. Little challenge. Nee, weiter. Komm, ey. Und von der Seite und zick. Yes. Und zack. Yes. Sehr schön. Links. Tunnel. Turn around. Fokus. Zu mir. Linke Seite. Yes. Okay. Links. Tunnel. Yes. Sehr schön. Fokus. Nee. Auf die Säule. Auf die Säule. Achso, da ist ein Hund. Warte, komm her. Sätzchen. Setz dich. Warte. Okay, und Fokus auf die Säule und vor. Nee. Weiter hierher. Da drauf. Turn around. Darüber. Und vor. Nee. Und vor. Yes, sehr schön. Okay, komm her. Fokus. Okay, vor. Und Fokus vor. Und Fokus vor. Yes. Und zurück. Come back to me, please. Hi, Monsieur. Hi. Hey, Fluff. Komm her, was, hä? Komm, Wallspin rechts. Vor und Wallspin. Yes, sehr schön. Ninji, komm her. Rechts. Hier, durch. Achtung, Radweg und vor. Und chill. Yes. Komm her. Oh, yeah, be careful. It was not so much. Nee, linke Seite, 2 Finger. Bit tricky. The car. Okay, komm. Yes, safe. Good job, Fluffy. Komm mal her. Wow. Fokus, Wallspin. Nee, was war das denn? Und Fokus, Wallspin. Turn around. Dark side und vor. Yes, und vor. Hab dich lieb. Ja. Hier. There's a child, so we stay quiet now. Here, Ninji. Because we don't want to frighten the child. Fokus. Und vor. Und Brezi. Und stay. Nee. Fokus und hoch. Na gut, noch einmal. Weiter, weiter, weiter. Und Prezi. Und vor. Stay. Und noch einmal von vorne auf deine Position. Weiter herum. Weiter, 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 weiter. Weiter. Okay, challenge. First wall spin, then over this. And then on here and stay. Ninja, wall spin. Ne, da. Und wall spin. Die Säule. Und wall spin. Und rüber. Und Prezi. Und stay. Oh ja! First try. Okay, komm. Links durch und vor. Yes. Hey, Ninja, turn around. Oh, they just passed by another dog, so... And it's a female, as it seems. Ninja. I didn't see it at the dog, I just saw Ninja's reaction. Hier, 3. Linke Seite. And you can see how he's pulled towards the dog. And harder to navigate, so he has to come to my side. Because as soon as he shows me behavior that he cannot really listen anymore to what I say, yeah, I just wanna go on safe mode. Ninja, anderer Hund, he's pulling towards us. Not pulling, it's actually really nice. Hi, lady. Hi. Komm. Ist nix mehr. He loves King Poodle. This was a bit of an unfriendly encounter from my side, to be fair, but at the beginning I thought she was pulling towards us too. So he allowed it, but yeah, it was not really the nice dog ABC. But then again, I don't give a shit about most people's opinion, to be fair, when it comes to dog. This is maybe a stronger opinion, but like, I don't think that we should, if a human gets a dog and don't put in the minimum effort to understand their dog, I don't think that the human deserves any respect to decide how I act with the dog, to be fair. What I mean is, like, I'll give you an example. There are always exceptions, to be fair, but let's see there's a dog, super friendly, super nice, and the human is not able to read the dog, afraid, and always limits the dog's interactions. Then it could be actually quite bad for the dog to never have good encounters, and I prefer to give the dog a good encounter than just like listen to the human who cannot read the dog and doesn't want encounters, right? I think if you want to decide, like, then actually get educated and maybe knowledge about what you're doing. And I mean, of course, like, it's not always easy to judge, and often probably I misjudge people. But for me, I decided to overall act towards the favor of the dogs and not towards favoring people. Yeah. It's green light. Da 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 da. Ninja, hier. Weiter. So the other dog that Ninja was following, that smelled really good, was going to the left here on the intersection. Quite a big intersection. And I just had to focus a little bit more towards him, that he's actually focusing on crossing the street, and not just like stays with the dog. I give you Ninja perspective again. Oh no, actually, I would like to hear your opinion on something, yeah? We have something in Germany called the Petfluencer Awards, where dog creator or like influencer doing dog and cat content get awards for their channels. And the last event was just held a couple of days ago, and no dogs were allowed. Where I think, okay, fair enough. Like if every person who watches dog influencer has a dog and brings a dog, there's probably chaos. But like, we were nominated, and even we were not allowed to bring our own dogs. So the dogs or the petfluencers who are nominated are also not allowed to bring their dogs to the event. And that's why I decided to not go to the event, even while being nominated, because I didn't want to have an award that is supporting, or that is not supporting bringing the dog to the event that you know, like the dog worked as much as the influencer in many cases. Like in my case, all our content wouldn't exist without Ninja. And I somehow think this is wrong. I don't know. Annoys me a little bit, to be honest. Because, again, like, give the trophy to the dog who does the work, if the dog does the work, and not just to the human. Like, could be unfair, you say, maybe, yes. If some people, if the influencers who are nominated can bring their dogs, but no one else, oh, it's super loud. So you could say it's unfair that maybe the people who are nominated can bring their dogs while no one else can. But then on the other side, without the people being nominated and their dogs, especially without their dogs, the whole thing would not exist. Like there wouldn't be any dog influencer awards, right? No pet influencer awards. That's why I think it's just wrong. Yeah, I think so too, especially like also the cats. I think the cats were always forbidden in the last years. And like, again, it's like, I don't know. It's, you know, like the message we send is that we use animals as objects. And I could like, rant about this for ages. I just really don't understand. If you should ever watch this at Tony's, please like just think about it. Like without the dogs it wouldn't exist, so why not giving the trophy to the dog instead of the person? Come for Ninja, hey, for. Yeah. Because also, if it's just about the humans, I think why even making a special category? You know, why not just making an influencer award in general? And if the people don't make it, maybe it's just not good enough, in my opinion. But yeah, as soon as you have animal-focused content that doesn't work without animals, you get my point. I'm going in turns. I can get very impulsive about things like this. But yeah. Come! I mean, anyways, not necessarily the biggest fan of the dog influencer or animal influencer bubble. And because I think it's like a lot of the same content. And ideas are stolen by people and taking like 10 or 15 times, and you see the same content over and over again. There are some cool content creators that I follow more, like the Tuckmans really found a way. But yeah, as soon as I have another dog trainer standing in front of me and creating like reels about dog tips and dog communication, like I don't really watch it. I don't think it should have a place. I think it's not about, you know, like not listening to the people who have knowledge, but it's about maybe bringing in some creativity and not just like standing in front and telling other people how to do it while never seeing their own dogs. But in general, I think like show what you preach and do what you preach. And I would like to see the dogs of the people before I'm listening to the people, to judge how much I should listen to those people, you know? Come. Back to Ninja. Oh, 5%, guys. I think the stream will end soon, but that's fine. We did quite a long time now. We will finish at the challenge we did last time. Hey Ninja, come. Big gas station. It's tricky for him to see maybe the street. Hey. So he did see the street, but it's not what I want. This is not okay. And you heard, as soon as he is overstepping the limit, I will instantly correct him. I mean, this was not instantly, I waited too long. He had 2 feet on there already, but I expected him to not go on. And now what I could do with him, and I would recommend this to you if you're at the beginning to teach your dog Unleashed, go back and expect the correct behavior from him 100% working. Come, okay. Now he is orienting at me. Ja, verkackt. Nochmal. So he overstepped the line. We do it again. Focus. It's not completely fair towards him because we have different rules established now and he has to orient on... Hey, nee. This was just his will to please. Balancing by himself. Ninja, 9. Ich will einfach nur, dass du da stehen bleibst. Komm, okay. Okay. Good job, Fluff Fluff. Good job. Hi. You also see no treat, anything. The praise itself is enough. Common mistake, I also think, like to just use treats and food all the time. I mean, yes, some dogs are just very food motivated, but most food motivations are educated, conditioned into the dog from the beginning, since we just start instantly the first tricks with it, and it's like the behavior they learn. Just imagine you do the first time sit. You instantly establish like the understanding that whenever you give a treat, whenever your dog's doing something correctly, he's getting a treat. And I think the basic motivation or like the basic training at the beginning should be playful without any treats. Maybe take a toy, but then be aware that the toy could be the Ninja, come focus. Could be the new, how do you say, focus. Hey Ninja, komm. Und vor. Und Fokus vor. Und warte. Yes, okay, und vor. Links, vor. Yes. Sehr schön. Und weiter. So yeah, if you ever get a puppy, before you start with treats, just try it without, just with your hands, play around and come vor. Maybe take a leaf. Ninja, come. When he was very young, one of our main things to use were leaves from the floor. Ninja, come. Ninja came into autumn to me, so there were lots of leaves. Weit vor. Little line. Und rüber. Ne, ja, vor. Okay, und vor. Wallspin. Und hoch. Ja, genau. Nochmal, komm. Fokus. Und. Yes, hier rüber. Und Wallspin. Und hoch. Ne, nochmal. Fokus. Skip the Wallspin. Und vor. Turn around. Und rüber. Und Wallspin. Und vor. Und Wallspin. Ne. Und runter. He's guessing. Fokus. Und Wallspin. Und vor. Und. Oh! Das war super, aber das war nicht, was ich wollte. Okay. Und vor. Und Wallspin. Ne. Nochmal. Fokus. You're thinking too complicated. Und vor. Und. Ne. Backwards, backwards. Und vor. Und Wallspin. Und Fokus. Und vor. Yes. Und runter. Yes. Und vor. Und hoch. Yes. Okay, nochmal, komm. Schön langsam. Und vor und ne. Zum Scooter. Außenrum. Okay, und vor und Wallspin. Ne. Und Focus, so he's aiming to Wallspin on top. I don't want this. Und vor. Ninja, just single. Komm. Und vor und Wallspin. Und Focus. Und vor. Und durch. Yes. Und ne. Fokus. Und weiter außenrum. Weiter. Und vor. Ne. Andere Richtung. Ne. Herum. Okay, und vor. Und Wallspin. Und hoch. Yes. Und runter. Und durch. Und hoch. Und hoch. Yeah. Aber noch nicht clean. Komm. Außenrum. Okay, Fokus. Wallspin. Wallspin. Ne, nochmal. He has coordination problems. Okay, und ne, backwards. Über den Scooter. Ey, konzentrier dich. Und vor und Wallspin. Und hoch. Und runter. Und durch, rüber. Und hoch. Yes. Ja. Sehr schön. Was? Ne. Interesting. Ah, okay. Now it's back. Sorry, yeah, okay. I was pushing the wrong button. So what I was just telling, or did you hear that I told him at the end before finishing the line that he should concentrate? And that maybe sounds ridiculous, but like it really helps. If he, very often when you do a line and it's a more complex line, he has his own thoughts about it, right? And this is also okay and fine and often accepted. But sometimes he goes into a stupid mood and want to do stuff that just doesn't make sense. And he wanna do all at once, and he's like with his head already 3 steps ahead. But because of that, he's failing the jump he's supposed to do right now. And if I tell him to stop, concentrate, police, yeah, this happens a lot in classic big city life. Okay, so if he's in this mood that he thinks everywhere, or like he's 3 steps ahead, and because of it he fails the first step, I tell him to concentrate, and very often after this, the next try will be a success because he is focusing and concentrating. He takes it quite seriously. And yeah, not sure how your experience with dogs is, but I think this is probably a common phenomena, but also has to be educated, right? And to be fair, I have no idea how to teach that to a dog to concentrate on the common concentrate. But things like this happen a lot by itself just because of context and doing a lot of different challenges. Okay. Okay, in a minute I will change battery. Hey, Ninja, turn around. And then I need to go to Rewe. Nee. You wanna take Subway? I promise the next time I will show you taking the Subway with Ninja. How it is. Of course, unleashed completely, like everything. Most of the time, sometimes we are forced to. But it's really, we are really privileged in Berlin to be able to have this off-leash lifestyle really in most, everywhere. It's like I go to malls with him and no one really cares. That's not true. Some people care, of course, some people are scared. But in general, like, people just accept it. Also, Sophia about dogs, it's a really interesting topic. Because if you go to different countries, you just see the difference in it and how educated it is. Ninja, focus. Und vor. Und weiter balancieren. Stay. So I'm steadying. I'm switching the phone to manual mode. nee, backwards. Okay. This is what we used before. A gimbal, a Hoem. It's quite cool, but it has limitations, and I need to charge now. But I want to do the stream for a couple of more minutes because on the other side of the street there's a challenge that we completed in our last or found in our last Twitch stream, which is a lot of fun, and it was a good challenge, and I want to see if Ninja can just do it today again. Da, 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 da. And after the challenge I will say goodbye for today. But yeah, first the challenge. So yeah, and as I said,